So Dodge released yet another teaser video, and this one is kind of more straightforward. So in this video, let me go over what I think this 7.1 pounds is and how I think we're going to have a little adjustability when it comes to this ultimate drag strip monster. So now in this teaser video that Dodge released the other day, we have our same two leprechauns from the first teaser video, but now this time they are both on a scale. Now the smaller leprechaun with the red eyes, when he is highlighted, the gauge at the bottom shows 0 pounds. As down to the other leprechaun, the one with the yellow eyes and apparently this little yellow heart in the middle of his chest, when he gets activated, then you see this gauge goes up and it tops off at 7.1 pounds. Now for me, when I see that right there, it kind of just makes me feel as though that's going to be how you can get the boost gauge of an additional 7.1 pounds from a super stock. So I'm thinking Dodge just basically took like a super stock, that was the base, and now with the 7th edition, with the E85 tune, now we're able to get 7.1 more pounds of boost compared to a Redeye or a super stock. So the Redeye super stock 6.2 Hemi, that particular engine has 14.5 pounds of boost. Now you add the 7.1 pounds of boost, that should put us around 21.5 or 21.6 pounds of boost that we should see in this final edition car. Now I know that sounds like a lot of boost, but Dodge can easily get this by changing the pulley out. Now remember this nugget that Dodge dropped when they introduced the stage kits. Now if you zoom in on this pulley, you can see the HellRaiser written on the actual pulley itself. So this pretty much confirms that they're going to use pulleys from Hellephant on their supercharger kits. So we know for right now they're going to use these suckers on the stage kits. So what's to say they're not going to use this on this foundation car and make it available through direct connection? So I was doing some digging, and apparently the 2.72 pulley kit from Hellephant will take the boost pressure from 14.5 to around 20 PSI on Demon and Redeye superchargers. So since the Demon, the Redeye, and the Superstock use a 2.7 liter blower, the new Hellephants, they use a 3 liter blower. So if I take the same math for this website, that the Hellcat would get 16 PSI with this particular pulley kit, then the Demon and Redeye supercharger, I get 20 PSI with that particular supercharger kit with a 2.7 liter. If I add another about 4 PSI, that gets you around 24. But Dodge probably, like they said, probably blew some engines, so they had to dial it back down to around the 21.5 or 21.6 PSI in order to stop blowing engines. So this is probably where we got that crazy story that I kind of still don't really believe like that, but it does make it more plausible that that's how they was blowing engines. They tried to put this pulley on a Hellephant, jack the boost pressure up, and just blew engines. Now I really do think Dodge's goal was to get 24 pounds of boost out of this car. Now Dodge did do an Easter egg 2 years ago, well almost 2 years ago, when you looked at the Neverlift promo video. Now I made a video about this particular stage kit actually a year ago when I was saying that they're going to have a stage kit that's going to take you up to over 1,000 horsepower.
These are the factory performance parts that you've been asking for, like Hellcat and Redeye stage kits, tuned and updated with a direct connection PCM tuning module. These kits are emissions compliant and they won't violate your factory warranty. Our Stage 2 kit delivers a nearly 100 horsepower increase, and Stage 3 is under development for even more.
So if you zoom in on the stage kit controller, you can look and see there's 24 pounds of boost on this controller. So Dodge has already had this Easter egg planted in our heads almost a year and a half ago. Now it seems like they couldn't get it to work, so they had to dial it down a little bit. So, I mean, 21.5 pounds of boost from 24, that's not that far off. So my prediction with this car, with this Hellephant, I think we're going to see 99 horsepower. That's going to be the base engine or the base horsepower for this particular 7th final edition. Then with the 21.5 pounds of boost, I'm pretty sure we're going to go over 1,000 horsepower after E85 with 21.5 pounds of boost. So something just has me thinking that this car right here is basically going to be just a Stage 3 kit car, that pretty much everyone else is going to be able to get the opportunity to have a horsepower level just like this car. We might not have the suspension tech that they might get out of the Demon out of it, but I'm pretty sure people who have like super stock orders, they should be able to get the closest thing to this particular 7th final edition. And a fun thing actually happened that one of my buddies sent me an email that would tell me that Dodge has finally got these stage kits in production. So I'm thinking one of those extra garage doors that just opened up on the Neverlift calendar, they're going to announce at this event that we're going to finally get stage kits. Because I said in the other videos in the past, I think the main issue with this car wasn't that it was blowing engines, that it couldn't pass emissions. And so it just impeccable timing that I got this email telling me that stage kits are going to be finally in production and we should finally get them this summer. So as I said last year, I'm thinking once this car gets announced, Tim Knissis is going to announce that the stage kits are finally coming. So I got a pretty good hunch that this is what's going to happen. We're going to see this particular car get unveiled, and we're going to see stage kits get unveiled, and this car is going to be a stage 3 kit that we can get from direct connection and get power brokers to install it and save our factory warranties. So this is just kind of like lining up perfectly for Dodge to do this. And I hope this is the case because as I said in my last video, if this car is something that 99% of people cannot attain and they're going to just sit in private collections for the next 10-15 years, this just makes sense to make this car a direct connection car. Give us a final showcase, and it would be really interesting if the real reason that Dodge invited Demon owners to the event is not because they get a first crack at this particular last call vehicle, but because they're going to finally unveil the stage kits, and the Demon version is going to have the most horsepower of all the other stage kits that are going to be made available. So it's starting to make sense that Dodge will use the Super Stock and the Demon as a base for the 7th final edition car. They renamed the 6.2 high output motor to a Hellephant only because of a bigger blower on it, and they invited Demon owners to the event. The Stage 3 Demon kit could simply just be a pulley, a Hellephant blower, maybe a different PCM so they can run E85, and the original owners who have a Demon, they might be the only ones that might be offered this ability to get this kit on their cars. Dodge really just has to offer a new Demon box with a new PCM, maybe a new high octane control panel, some carbon fiber wheels, the stage kit controller, and a Hellephant blower, and maybe it costs 10 grand. And like I said, their Demon is just as fast as the 7th final edition. So now I'm thinking at this event, we're going to see the 7th final edition, we're going to see stage kits finally announced, and we're going to finally learn that all of us who have last call orders in, we're going to be able to get these stage kits sometime around the summertime is what that was said in the email that I got. So I think this event is going to be pretty good for all of us, not just people who just going to interest in the 7th final edition, but I think this event is going to be pretty good for all of us who's been waiting for almost 2 years for these stage kits. So I hope with my Redeye that I should get sometime in April, I hope that at this event, we're ready to learn that yes, we can take our Redeyes up to 900 horsepower and maybe have like a street version of the Demon where we can do the same like ECU swap, stuff like that. So I hope we find this out at the event that we can get Hellephant blowers in our stage 3 kit. So I don't think my Redeye is going to be as powerful or as fast as one of these 7th edition cars or the Demon. With these commercials or these teasers, they're kind of throwing other little subtle hints about this car that I don't think that really everyone's paying attention to. Because like in the first video, like I said, that Leprechaun, he is wearing like some kind of tire tread as a jacket. So I'm thinking we're gonna get some kind of like special beefy tire for the 7th edition just based off of his jacket. And then here we go in the second commercial, now we get like a more of a detailed look at the Leprechaun with the yellow eyes. Dodge is really highlighting that he will have yellow eyes, so that's why I said in my other video, I think we'll see a Goldeneye Hellcat badge. Maybe we'll get a badge for people who get the stage 3 kits. I'm pretty sure Dodge said that the Hornet GLH and the Charger Daytona will get badges based on which stage kit you get from direct connection. But in this second video, looking at the scale he is on, I can't help but notice the shocks on the scale. I reported previously that I knew of mules that were getting suspension upgrades, so I think this is just another subtle nod that this was the case. In the first teaser video, the little subtle nod was the tires on the jacket. Now for this one, the suspension, and I can't help but notice the boost pressure gauge going up rather than instantly going to 7.1 pounds when the Leprechaun is activated. Now I heard from someone in Dodge that I reported last year that Dodge will do something different with the supercharger, so I'm wondering if the boost will be adjustable on this particular car. There were rumors of electric supercharger, but what if it was just the fact that there was an adjustable boost controller on this particular car? And that would explain why the scales go up gradually. If this car is a direct connection kit car, we may be able to control the boost with a pre-staged kit controller. I think Dodge was thrown off guard when they couldn't get the car ready for SEMA, and they were going to make a big spectacle out there with announcing the final car, the stage kits, the Hellephants, and the hype that started in January for the customers who started to get their last call cars could go ahead and order their stage kits and get installed by power brokers. And we'll have like a wild final year of 900 to 1,000 horsepower Challengers and Chargers just running around tearing the streets up. But instead, CARB happened to Dodge, and it makes sense that the car and the stage kits will be delayed, especially if this car is a direct connection stage kit car. So that's my prediction. We're going to see stage kits and a 7 final edition at this Roadkill Nights event. Maybe some new wheel and tires, new suspension setup, maybe adjustable boost controller, some Goldeneye Hellcat badges, and I think 1320 cars are going to be made for the 7 final edition, but we have a couple more videos coming before the event. So I'll make sure to break down those videos as well when they come out. But if you like this video, make sure you leave this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you already done so. Grab some Last Call merch on the way out. Until the next time, I'm out.